All right, big dogs, as normal, we do an updated tier list on Master Duel towards the end of the format before the ban list. See where everything is at and where exactly where I put the strategies. What did I get wrong and right? Let's go ahead and start off with Branded, guys. This deck is, I mean, hey, we told you it's going to be one of the strongest decks in the entire game. It is a Masters level Yu-Gi-Oh deck once again. What I like the most about Branded right now is that it does not need Branded Fusion, like, to win games. It's actually kind of scary how good this deck is in Master Duel. It's really cool, and I actually kind of regret dismantling my Branded deck because it's really fun to see this deck in action. Not all the time, but some of the time. Blackwing, I would say, yeah. It's bro, this deck is just inconsistent. Like, that's its problem. You're gonna get a whole bunch of guys in the comments. My Blackwing, come on, stop. Don't do this to yourself. Blackwing players, let's be real. This deck it's inconsistent. It dies to pretty much any one interruption. It requires way too many card combos, and Simoon is a bad Yu-Gi-Oh card. I thought that Dispatter would help the deck, but it doesn't really do anything. Sanctifier isn't OP? Dang, he said Sanctifier is overpowered? I think Sanctifier is good. I think that the gimmick Puppet Lock is bad, which I did not see coming for Brandon. Right? I beat Blackwing consistently with tunes. Holy crap. All right. Blue Eyes, yeah. To be fair, though, I would say Blackwing is better than Blue Eyes. Easy. Like, not even close, right? Chaos? Bro, I think Chaos takes a really good pilot over a real challenge because this deck can summon unfair cards. Like, anytime you can just summon a Chaos Angel, a lot of times you can just win off of the strength of that. And it's a decent deck. Some people have really changed my mind on this particular deck because I thought it was terrible at one point in time. Dark Magician, yeah, nah, stop, dog. Just don't do this to yourself, okay? Dang. All right. Dark World, goddamn. Woo! I had it, man. I had so much hope for Dark World and Master Duel, but Cold by the Grave Act 2 is crazy good. Like, I actually understand why in the TCG that card's limited because it just straight up cock blocks some really good decks in the game. Dinos. Okay, so Dinos should be getting Transcendosaurus soon. I think with Transcendosaurus, it might change. But for right now, I'm going to put it in Takes a Really Good Pilot. Dinos still are way too expensive, though. So I don't think I would tell you guys to build Dinos unless, like, it came out in a structure deck or something. Because this deck it's way too expensive. Dogmatica. We've actually seen some crazy Dogmatica duels. Like, to be honest, these two decks got up here instead of down here because of you guys submitting replays and stuff. So, really, really crazy. Dogmatica could knock out people's extra decks, which can win games, but Albazoa is actually a real threat, guys. I think it's a pretty decent deck. Oh my god. Like, this deck's probably worse than these. Ignister is pretty bad for this. The reason why is because this deck is, how do I want to put it? It's hard to play, but and the boards that you make are worse than some of the decks that are easy to play. So, like, what are we doing here? Like, it's pretty bad. Dragons, Masters level. Dragons are still crazy good. Exosister, I think Exosister are pretty good. I think Exosister, I like Exosister as solid, has some weaknesses, but can smoke the meta. Okay, I don't disagree with that. My only beef with Exosister is Kashtira. Like, and Nibiru, obviously. Those two cards make Exosister borderline to me, but I think it could be a solid choice, especially when you start looking at the top decks. A lot of the top decks, other than, like, Kashtira, are graveyard reliant. So, it could be right here. You can make an argument for right here, but I'm going to put it right here because, you know, it does lose to some pretty dumb things. Florderis, yeah, bro. I mean, I want to put it here. You know, it's crazy. Nib without declaring it with Carpe is a problem. Oh, yeah. Getting nibbed in this deck is crazy. I'm going to put Florderis in Takes a Good Pilot. But to be honest, you shouldn't play this deck. Fur Hire, guys. Where are we putting Fur Hire? It's getting hot in here, chat, ain't it? that Donner Mommer is calling my name. I think for hire's like, is it? Oh, I'm gonna put it. It takes a really good pilot. This deck completely fell off. It's just not the meta for it, and obviously, the hits have not been fun for it either. The Runic Fountain to one actually probably makes it. I don't know. Galaxy Eyes. Okay, so HM Powered has been cooking. This one's tough. If it has a tail, I'll nail Cali in 2023. But that was me in 2023. We're going to 2024. Yo, Damani, thank you so much for the raid, big dog. All right, I'm going to put... And solely, I think these three strategies are solely based on the replays. HM Powered really shows you this deck. And it is crazy when he plays it. I don't think I've seen too many other players play Galaxy Photon like effectively. I think that, yeah, that's pretty much right there. Yeah. I think that Generators takes a good pilot. I think that Kashtira, Kashtira feels borderline. From what I've been playing, Kashtira does not feel like a good deck. It just seems like one of those strategies that, like, it just exists, which is crazy because in the TCG and the OCG, this deck was dominant, but in Master Duel, it's just like, what are you doing? Nib is a problem, and these decks actually, like, these decks are way more playable. Like, they have so much versatility, and, you know, this deck does not have it. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good one. Merry Christmas to you, too. Labyrinth? I think Labyrinth is a solid choice. Labyrinth allows you to be able to skirt through a lot of things. It's a lot better than what I think players give it credit. I haven't seen a lot of Labyrinth players, but I mean, maybe it's because we're still missing cards like Ariana to turn it into a full-fledged, you know, mid-range deck. Because right now in Master Duel, it's kind of like a back row heavy deck. Isn't Branded Fusion at 1 on Master Duel though? Yeah, and the deck is still crazy. Marine Cess? I used to have Marine Cess high. We built the deck. Marine Cess' biggest problem is Max C. That's the only... Like, if you get Max Seed as a Marine Cess player, it's like... You know what? I probably should be maining Trolls in there. I don't know. But, like, it's crazy bad to get Max Seed. It's almost like an instant death loss. But, I mean, to be honest, other than that, yeah, this deck's pretty good. Heroes... I would say Heroes are borderline. The Heroes is Cheeks. It loses to any hand traps. Berserk, you're crazy. You're crazy. What? He's crazy, chat. Whoa, he doing too much. He wildin'. Yeah, Heroes are definitely at least borderline. I think the only reason why a lot of people don't play it is because it's expensive as all hell. So, definitely a good deck, right? Mathmech. You know, Mathmech did have a little bit of a... hitting the Mathmech... I forgot the other card. Not Mathmech Circular. Hitting the Mathmech card that they hit. I'm drawing a blank right now. Diameter. Hitting Mathmech Diameter was actually bigger than what people give it credit. I haven't seen a lot. It's been just a solid choice Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Yeah, that's crazy. Hi, I just started playing yesterday. Do you know which packs to get Mirror Force from? I don't. But I love when new players come to the game, and I don't want to crush his hopes. Chat, how do we guide him the right way? How do we bro, don't get Mirror Force, man. Don't do it. Don't get Mirror Force. Look, watch the tier list. I'm gonna hook you up, all right? Holy crap. Ninjas? Yeah, ninjas are down bad. Ninjas are not good, chat. All right, they're just not, it's just not a functional deck. I think Sprite Sprite Melfi is decent. It's not bad. It's okay. This deck's pretty much damn near dead, but I'm going to put it in takes a really good pilot. I think all the runic decks now take a good pilot. I think that Plunder Patrol is still pretty borderline. It's a decent deck. Punk is also, and pretty much all Punk variants are pretty borderline. Chaotic Ruler still isn't banned, which is kind of ridiculous. Pearly? Yeah, Pearly is still really good. I like how people just jumped off the Pearly train when, you know, when other decks came out, which is crazy. It actually requires a brain. Rika's another deck that just straight up loses to Max C. I genuinely hate that Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is like lose to Max C era. Scareclaw, I still think that Scareclaw is one of the better decks. I think Sword Soul takes a really good pilot. This deck's power crept as hell. This deck is dead. Please stop sending me replays. It's there. Thunder Dragon, yeah, it's not good enough. Trap Tricks, I would actually put Trap Tricks a little higher than some other players. I think it's borderline. Firewall stop chat. So yeah, Firewall is just not a good deck. Neither is Hungry Hamburger. These two decks are ass. Vanquish Soul. Okay, Vanquish Soul is definitely not here, definitely not here, and definitely not here. It's either here or here. I'm going to put it here. I think Vanquish Soul is one of the most powerful decks in Master Duel, which is exactly where it needed to be. It's really, really good, but it punishes you for not having a brain. Well, what am I thinking? Tri-Brigade Pure is ass. Tri-Brigade Sprite is higher, a lot higher. Zodiacs, you think Vanquish Soul is Masters level? Yeah, I mean, I have not seen any Vanquish Soul players though. I see a lot of branded. I've seen a lot of branded. I see a lot of dragons. I see a lot of math mech. I literally do not see any Vanquish Soul. Vanquish Soul is definitely master decks. Vanquish Soul is hard to. All right, for sure. I just don't see any. Like, I'm the only Vanquish Soul player that I'm like most of the time. But yeah, the deck is good if you know what you're doing. Zodiac, come on now. You should already know that wasn't gonna be it. Gate Guardian? Yeah, whatever. That's pretty bad. Come on. I hear some people say that Vanquish Soul is unfair. Others say it's mid. Whoever said that Vanquish Soul is unfair is crazy. Vanquish Soul is the most fair. Vanquish Soul is ridiculously fair, and that's the problem. Ollie, Manadium? I was completely wrong about this deck. This deck's probably, like, put it into borderline. Excuse me. Putting it into borderline is still probably hard to do, but no, this deck's not good. I think Dino Morbia it's not bad. It'll get a little bit stronger. Okay, I don't think Ender's Arc is here, chat. Before he gets here, right, chat? I'm just gonna tell you, it ain't working. It's not good at all, chat. It's struggle busting. And that's all I got for my updated Master Duel tier list. Of course, if there's some strategies that I missed or some other things that you have to say, go ahead and let me know down below in the comment section.